nationwide look at our Chinese exchange students' stay these past few weeks.
And 'tis the season for football. The Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks take each other on this Sunday. Will the players and the fans bear the frigid frost?
And Thin Mint Samoas or tag-alongs. It's Girl Scout cookie time. What's your favorite, Mavs? All this coming up on NBC News. Good morning, Mavs. I'm Gabby Leon.
And I'm Harrison Vinsky. Well, we have 1,500 students here at McCarthy High who live nearby in various parts of South Florida. But for the past 2 weeks, we've welcomed 11 foreign friends from over 7,500 miles away in Beijing to our home. Many of us have shared courses, lunches, and memories with our cross-continental classmates. They are happy to be here. Flooded with American culture, our friends have spent their time in classes, giving presentations, and soaking in all South Florida has to offer, and a bunch of heat, by visiting local malls, museums, and even South Beach. Our exchange students will remain with us until next Wednesday, February 5th. We sure will miss them.
It's been great to get to know them. I've had a great time.
Seriously, man, I really am gonna love our Asian sensations.
Well, today wraps up Catholic Schools Week, a nationwide week of celebrating the existence of Catholic schools across the country. Here at Archbishop, we began each day with a class prayer service, which included beautiful music, readings, and skits by our peer ministry group.
Prayer service came from just that our students are so spiritually centered in so many ways from campus ministry program that I think that the students relate to other students, and to do something different, with a prayer reflection as opposed to mass, and doing something different and seeing how it works and letting them show their talents.
We really are blessed to be here in a school where the focus is not only on education, but also on contributions to our church, our communities, and our nation.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise. I didn't really know about Catholic School Week being a freshman, but it was definitely pretty fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, Catholic School Week is over, but celebrations continue next week as Wednesday kicks off our annual Maverick Games. So ready for this? So put your game face on and get ready to battle with a different grade level. Wednesday, the freshmen and juniors face off, get ready, while the sophomores and seniors take a stab at each other on Thursday. And in Super Bowl style, whoever wins from each day will face off each other on Friday for the final blowout. Remember, you must come to school on your days. If you are MIA, it is considered an unexcused absence. Best of luck to you all, and get ready to ball up.
And here at McCarthy, when the school uniform is the everyday standard, it's really nice to get a break and dress down in casual wear. But yesterday marked the first Dress Up Day. Students donated $2 each to step up their style in a more dressy way. The $2 donation benefits our sister school Chamois in Haiti.
And back in November, McCarthy High was blessed to have been one of the few locations to host one of Pope John Paul II's 3 relics. Local Catholic schools flooded our school gym to pay respects to a holy ampule of his blood. Well, this past Sunday, one of the 3 relics and a crucifix was stolen from an Italian church, leaving behind only the collection box. No word yet on the identity or motive of it.
And it's so disappointing when someone out there doesn't respect such a sacred treasure enough to just let it be.
And you know, Gabby, that is very true, but we Catholics have to do what we do best, pray and hope that things will get better. In other news, well, it's Super Bowl time this week, and as for many Americans, especially guys, Sunday is bigger than Christmas. Our very own Zach Oliveri has the latest and greatest on the fields and courts in the Mavs Sports Zone.
Good morning, Mavericks, and welcome to NBC Sports Zone. I am Zachary Oliveri, and here's what's going on in the world of sports this weekend. It is finally here. After countless months of great games, storylines, and even a bully scandal, the Super Bowl is finally here. It's between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. The game features the number 1 offense in the league in Denver and the number 1 defense in Seattle. So that is the big matchup that everyone is keying in on in this game. This Super Bowl is unique from all the other 47 that have been played, because it is the first one in New York that has been played in February elements in the game. So now here's Sam Segredo on what side you guys are taking in the Super Bowl.
Good morning, Mavericks. Sam Segredo here, traveling our halls, asking you who you think is going to take back the Vince Lombardi Trophy in Super Bowl 48 in New York, the Denver Broncos or the Seattle Seahawks. Let's find out.
Who do you think's going to win this year's Super Bowl?
Seahawks, definitely.
Going to win the Super Bowl?
Broncos.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Broncos? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I'm looking at 27-24 Seattle.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Seahawks.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Omaha.
Broncos, because the guys hold. Seattle?
That's what you guys had to say. Now back to Zach in the studio.
The opinions are pretty mixed for this game. My personal prediction, Denver, 31-27. The Dolphins finally have a general manager. The Dolphins hired Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Miami Heat continue their very difficult late January stretch as they travel to New York, not to play in the Super Bowl, but to play the New York Knicks. And I don't think anyone wants to play the Knicks right now, because there's this guy named Carmelo Anthony. He's the superstar for the Knicks, face of the franchise. He actually broke the Knicks' single season record for points scored in a game by scoring 62. And that's just in one game. Sunday, the Heat had a great win over the San Antonio Spurs. But how do you celebrate a great win like that? Well, by, of course, karaoke. And what I mean by that is badioke. That is Miami Heat player Shane Battier's annual badioke that raises money for scholarships through his Take Charge Foundation. James Jones and Norris Cole won the sing-off with their rendition of Jay-Z's and Justin Timberlake's Holy Grail smash hit. My favorite were the Heatles, consisting of LeBron James, D. Wade, and Udonis Haslem. Jimmy Buffett, Ken Jeong, and the future Mrs. Wade, Gabrielle Union, showed up for their support for the cause. Hopefully, these Heat players can keep their day jobs, because singing, not quite their motive. And that's all this week, Mavericks. I'm Zachary Oliveri. Enjoy the big game, and enjoy Maverick games.
And moving from the Super Bowl stadium to the glitz and glamour of the red carpet, award season is finally here. James Bell has the Hollywood scoop in entertainment news.
Have you seen Pharrell's hat?
No.
What's up, Mavericks? I'm James Bell, and welcome to Entertainment, where we trail the teal carpet. There's been some pretty important stuff happening this week, so hold on to your horses. Get it? Because we're Mavericks. All right, I'm done. This week in major celeb news, the Grammys took place. Congrats to everyone who got nominated, and of course, congrats to all the winners. Here are some of the winners of the major categories. For Record of the Year, Get Lucky by Daft Punk featuring Pharrell Williams. For Album of the Year, Random Access Memories by, guess who? Daft Punk. Song of the Year, Royals by Lorde. Best New Artist, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Best Pop Solo, Royals by Lorde. Best Pop Duo / Group Performance, Get Lucky by Daft Punk featuring Pharrell Williams. Again. Best Music Video, Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z. Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media, Skyfall by Adele. And speaking of award ceremonies, a few weeks ago, Oscar nominations were announced. Some of the nominations for the categories include Best Picture, 12 Years a Slave, American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, and The Wolf of Wall Street. And for Best Cinematography, The Grandmaster, Gravity, Inside Llewyn Davis, Nebraska, and Prisoners. Congrats to all of you. For those interested in late-night talk shows, there's some pretty big news stirring up. The current Tonight Show host, Jay Leno, will be replaced after a 22-year run by Jimmy Fallon, SNL head writer and Weekend Update host. Seth Meyers will replace Jimmy Fallon at the Late Night Show on February 24th, and Fallon will be replaced by Jay Leno on the 17th. From late night to prime time, this Sunday airs the 48th annual Super Bowl. Now, we all know there are 3 reasons for watching this amazing event. First, the sport. Second, the commercials. And of course, third, the halftime show. This year's show will feature Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Well, that's it for me. I'm James Bell, Entertainment News.
And the end of January, beginning of February marks epic moments in our calendar. It's not the Super Bowl, it's not the Grammys, it's not Catholic School Week.
It's Girl Scout cookie time!
So this week's Mav on the Mic asks you, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I'm Marissa May and this is Mav on the Mic. We went around asking you what your favorite Girl Scout cookie was. And this is what you said.
Samoas.
Thin Mints.
Samoas.
Alright, so my favorite Girl Scout cookie is Thin Mints, dog.
Chocolate mints.
Well, my favorite Girl Scout cookie was the chocolate chip cookie till they got rid of it. Bring back the chocolate chip cookie.
Samoas?
Thin Mints and Samoas.
Thin mints.
Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
Definitely Samoas.
Frozen Thin Mints.
I like the tagalongs and the Thin Mints.
Samoas.
My favorite Girl Scout cookie is the Samoas.
Samoas. I like Thin Mints. Tagalongs are my favorite. My favorite are Thin Mints.
Then what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I don't like Girl Scout cookies, I like Oreos.
They're so good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You just... And that's the way the cookie crumbles. That wraps up this week's edition of NBC News on the last day of January. Have a great day, Mavericks, and an even better weekend.